16 when it started and stuff. It's a hard picture to see and everything that my wife actually watercolored one. And I don't know, somebody bought it, sold it, gave it away, or it ended up in somebody else's house. I don't know where. But this was how they let the coal down. And that's the reason Whitwell got built. Because the coal was coming off here. It was being mined everywhere, but it came down. So this was the big gathering point. Yes. She was talking about, you say your grandmother ran the scale?
My great aunt.
She ran the scale outside. So the trucks back then actually backed up. They had a ramp, and the trucks would weigh, and they back up this ramp, and they actually dumped right into the rail car. There was nothing there at the time and stuff. Later on. Here, this is what we're so well known for.
Yeah.
This is what it's all about. And so we call them rail horses.
What this is.
Okay.
You're gonna love this.
Men, being men, never grow up and everything. So you got to remember now, they had to walk to work. They had to walk up the mountain. See the trail? See the trail?
Yes.
And everything. That's how they got to work. Now you had to walk a mile up the mountain and stuff. So you had to leave your home in time to be here, time to get up there to go to work.
Oh gosh.
And stuff. So you work. We also had the little mining camps around, and men would just come. They called them bat shacks, and that was just a room, and the men could sleep, do whatever, and stuff. So that's what was going on. Well, of the evening, you had to walk down the mountain. Well, being inventive, you got rail coming down the mountain. Now, it takes too long to ride this car, and they weren't going to send an empty car down that mountain. So they came up with this little invention and stuff. Okay, now you got to remember, this is steep, really steep. It's got a wheel on. That was the back and stuff. You set this on the front, and you put it on the rail. And here you came.
Oh my God.
Okay, now you could only ride the outside rail.
They stood on it or they sat on it?
You sat on it.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Oh
and
my
so you put your feet up on the rail. Now you see two sticks there.
Yeah.
But when I saw it, and when I saw different pictures, their sticks were longer, so they crossed up here.
Yeah.
Put your dinner bucket in your mouth. Put your feet up on it, you sit down. When you got ready to go, you lean back, because this is the brake. This is the brake right here.
Yeah.
And stuff. So you lean back and you'd start, or somebody would push you. You got lean back, you got faster. Once you slow down, you leaned up and stuff. Well, here they come off and stuff. Well, men being men, they had a photographer to come over from Chattanooga, because everybody was talking about this, but nobody had ever seen it, ever heard of it anywhere.
As best we can tell, this valley was the only place where those little they were used here and up down
up and down this area. Well, this photographer was standing there and watching them come off and everything, and they had to time it because they did not stop this. So you had to time it getting by the car.
Yeah.
And everything. You had to come through what they called the void and stuff when the car was over on the other side, and you had to time which rail you were going to come down. Well, and stuff. He said, "Who's the fastest man off the mountain?" I said, "We don't know." And so they decided to get a race up.
Oh my God.
Okay, now in history, other than maintenance,